Love, say I'm in love, and hello, 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 hello. I know I'm stupid and I'm silly and carrying on. Good morning, good evening, good afternoon, and all the other salutations in between. Greetings to all of you out there who are going to be listening to this at whatever time on whatever platform or media station that you're going to be listening to this on, honey. This is the one and only. This is Demetrius Big Meach Taylor coming at you, darling, right now, live and in living color, here with another installment of the Donut Factory Chronicles and Commentaries. Now, I know a minute y'all been waiting on me to come up here, baby. I know a minute y'all been waiting and carrying on, honey. Oh, y'all come on up in here because, baby, this is going to be very interesting. Now, I started to do this much earlier, but I wanted to wait so that it was an official Donut Factory commentary and chronicles and things of that nature. So, before we get started, let me go down here. I need for you guys to go to my webpage, please, and check me out over there, dishingtea.com. For all of your information, honey, whatever you want to know about Dishing Tea with Big Meach, the radio show, my books, my fragrances with sensuality, okay? Check me out over there, all right? I want you to like, share, subscribe, go to all of my platforms, honey, because I'm trying to get these numbers up, baby. Y'all know social media now is all about numbers and carrying on and algorithms and all of that. So, bring me up to speed, children. If you will, I would be most obliged and appreciated. Okay, so now those formalities are out of the way. And let me see, wait a minute, is this light doing me right? Okay, there we go, because I'm looking kind of cloudy. But we are here at the Donut Factory. And, yes, y'all know we got a couple things that's on the agenda here that we're going to talk about. And y'all know the main one has to be this whole thing with Jussie. Okay, Jussie Smollett, honey, they done dropped the charges, and baby, I just want to know. I'm listening to comments, I'm listening to people, folks are still upset, folks that got mad, folks are pissed, and carrying on, and I'm not talking about the Chicago Police Department. I'm talking about everybody else. Oh, this bitch here, child, I done heard and read little things, and, oh, I don't believe it, I don't understand it, and carrying on. Well, the question becomes, exactly what the fuck are we mad about, children? Okay? Let's look at the case for what it is. If the boy lied, okay, about, and put this hoax on about somebody whooping his ass, okay, and him staging an ass whooping or whatever the case may be, what are we mad about again? Outside of the fact that, okay, he said, he used, that they called him racial epithets and carrying on, and that he used the noose and things, and the symbolism of it all, to mean X, Y, and Z. We got all of that, and, it was an embarrassment to the struggle, and this, that, and the other. Exactly, tell me what exactly are we mad about because they decided to drop all the charges? What exactly? Because what is the real crime here that we are pissed off about to where everybody just, y'all have just gone into this whole big old rant and rave. I'm trying to understand this. So for those of you who are mad or pissed or feel as though, oh, I don't care, he still lied, talk to me. I want you to give voice to your sentiments because I need to hear this so that we can have a dialogue and help me to understand a couple of things. Because as far as I'm concerned, and y'all heard me say this after the police investigation and after they came out with what they said, because when the police came out and said, he sat up there, he did this, all of y'all motherfuckers, honey, was quick to jump and say that we needed to apologize to y'all because this, and I said, no, I don't apologize. I'm not apologizing because we wanted to wait until the facts came out. And what I'm reading here, according to the prosecution and things and why they dropped the case, one of the reasons is because, hell, they set up here and put all the stuff out into the stratosphere and let it be tried into the court of public opinion. So everybody that sat down and weighed in and put their little opinions on it. So here's the question. Did we really think that he was going to have a fair trial? If this had gotten to the courts, did we really think that this was going to have, that he was going to have a fair trial? Because many folks have already had their opinions. Okay? And one of the things about jury selection is that both sides want to make sure that they can have somebody on the jury that represents their side so they can get their client off or put the client in jail, right? So, do you really think he would have had a fair trial? I put my glasses on for effect, honey, but it's not giving it to me, okay? Because now my eye want to itch. Y'all know every time I come on live, my damn eye want to run and itch and carry on, but that's all right. So talk to me, children. Let's go into this and let's go into this correctly, okay? Now, from what I'm understanding, oh, y'all are coming up in here. Come on, children. I'm going to say hi to y'all in a minute. I see y'all. I see you. Y'all know I take time, and I'm going to come back and say hello to everyone in just a second. Damn, I lost my train of thought. But I was on the whole idea of understanding what the hell this is. What are we mad about, children? Because someone please tell me, what are we mad about? Okay? Because for the most part, this should have been a moot point. Okay? He got the charges dropped. Okay? Now, I know I was on the phone with someone and you know, they want to say, oh no, he made a deal. He took a plea deal. And I said, okay, be that as it may, whatever we said, that's not the language that they are using in the deposition and carrying on. So no, technically this is not a plea deal. Okay? Because that's not the language that they're using. So the children are like, well, no, honey, let's look up what the definition of a plea deal is, honey. That means that you have sat down here and you made an agreement. I said, exactly. I got that. But let's look at the language, because they could say agreement all they want, but they did not say that he took a deal to get off. And that there is not the language that's being used. So no, he did not take a plea deal. Okay. So for that reason, it's not going down in the books. Now y'all can believe it. Y'all can sit down there and go at it about it. Okay, that's fine. But c'est la vie. Okay. So now, okay. Wait, let me get y'all up in here because I see comments coming in, and let's go. First, let me start off with saying hello to everybody. I got Lorenzo and Gregory and Terrell and Raymond up in here. Who is mad? Okay, Gregory, you see where I'm going at. Good morning to you too, Lorenzo. Herbert is up in here. Terrell, you said, well, are we singing tonight? Okay, you know, a free bird. We'll have a caged up bird, honey, come out that cage, baby. Woo! We'll sing. Okay, hey, boo to you too, Gregory. Derek is here. Josh is here. Cortez and Lupaka and Jay and Howard, Marie Coates. Hey, Marie, what's going on, love? Zamariana is here. Lauren, my cousin, is here. What's up? Hey, grandma. Hey, baby. What's going on to you? Because. What's up? Because, she says. That's Lauren. Twan, you that came up in here. Hey, baby. What's going on? Lorna is up in here. Rose is here. Lauren, you said, well, I need your address so I can send you an obituary. Okay, I will get you in the, I'm going to inbox that to you. Because, yes, I do need one from my personal records. I need one of Granddaddy's, too, and I can't find one of his. Reginald has come. Hey, Reggie, what's going on with you? Truth Fighter? Lauren, you say, well, followers are mad just because it's a trend. I don't think the man lied. He he just wanted to end his career because he wasn't getting paid. He wasn't getting fair pay, and they knew that he would fight for his money. Okay, that's an interesting thought. But let me go here. Because see, here's the thing about that. I don't think this had nothing to do with his career. I don't think this had nothing to do with money. I think that all this is something that the police had trumped up because of the evidence. I think all of this the evidence was circumstantial, and I think that some of this was very, 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 very muddy and messy. Okay? And then whoever the leak was, see, this is where I have a problem. Because whoever the sources were that was sitting up there leaking this shit out to TMZ and carrying on every time they found something or whatever, see, that's what fucked up the case. Because I kept saying this all the time, stop listening to them fucking sources right now. You know, because the sources, I don't want to hear from the sources. I want to hear from the police department. And then I'm still stuck on this. I am still stuck on the fact that Chicago Police Department, yes, everybody wants to say they did a fabulous job and, oh, they worked tirelessly and this, that, and other to solve this case. But what was it that made this case so fucking special? That the murders and carrying on that they have going on in Chicago, there's still cold cases and carrying on. And I'm not talking about from years ago, I'm talking about the recent stuff. What has this case made this case so special and so precedented to where they were able to solve this motherfucker and make him out to be his own victim in all this and make him out to be the hoax master and carrying on within 3 weeks. It took 3 weeks for them to go from a victim that he was a hate crime victim to convicting him and saying that he created a hoax. It was 3 fucking weeks. Okay. So in any other time, that would be lovely. Okay, that would be lovely investigative work. But like I said, something about this still is something rotten in the cotton. Because as they were putting all these pieces together, nobody is that motherfucker. It was too clean to put these pieces together. The pieces were it was too fucking clean. And yet we still don't have the whole investigation out and about. Because I'm still waiting on them to talk about, to release the information from the guy who was with Jussie. Because remember, when Jussie talked to Robert Roberts, he had someone with him at the apartment. When he went to go get the sandwiches, he was going to get the dude a salad. So who was the dude that was at the apartment? Where's the video camera footage from him when he went to the hospital? Okay, you never showed that particular footage. Or whatever. Where is the report? If y'all knew that the guys were actors and carrying on, where did y'all go to the agency that they were hired through in order to get on Empire? Because I still stand behind this. Extras don't get scripts. Okay, extras do not get scripts. They found full scripts in these folks' houses and carrying on. Extras don't get scripts like that. They get sides. They don't get full scripts. So I'm having a problem with how all this is. So there's pieces of this investigation that still was open and it wasn't thorough as far as I was concerned. And maybe they did all that and held it back, you know, because they were looking to go to trial. Okay, I'm open to that, you know, but now that the charges have been dropped, what was it that made them drop the charges? And then here's the part that got me. They sealed the records. They sealed those girls. So now what's in it that says that needs to be sealed? What is it about this investigation, honey? I'm telling y'all what I know in my spirit. This was much bigger than Jussie. And Jussie was made to be the fall guy, honey. Something is in this pipeline, sugar. And when it comes down, honey, it's going to come down. It's going to have a big old boom. And I'm telling y'all, honey, it's something still don't seem right with all of this. Okay? William Love is up in here. Hey, Love. LaDarren has come up in here. Hey, kitty girl. Anthony's up in here. Zamaria says, how are you, baby? I am everything, and everything is me. My birthday season is winding down. Okay, you see, we're in the 20s. Today is now the 27th, technically, is after midnight of March. I go to April 2nd, so I got about another week to celebrate my birthday. It's been kind of slow this year because my mind is on next year. I'm you know, my mind is on 50. So, yeah. So that's what it is. But we're winding down. I'm still accepting all kinds of gifts and things. I'm going to Big Boy Pride. So those of you who are coming down to Orlando for Big Boy Pride next month, you'll see me there in my little wispy shit. Y'all got some new little singlets and carrying on. Y'all, let's see the pictures. Yeah. Okay. Lauren, you said, well, I'll ask my mom if she still has some extras from Granddaddy's. Please do. Okay. Anthony, you say, I knew he was innocent. Okay. Lucius has come up in here. Hey, Lucius, what's up, baby? Lewis is up in here. Lewis, you say, yep. Also, the prosecution recused herself. Exactly. Okay. Van, you said, very true, Big Meach, he was. Okay. So, yeah. That's the whole big T on that. And carrying on, Lewis, you say, well, happy belated birthday. Oh, thank you, baby. But it's still going on to April 2nd. So I'm still in season. My birthday was the 4th, if you didn't know. It was on the 4th of March. So, yes. So I'm telling y'all, honey, we're having a good time with for those who are in the victorious spirit and carrying on as all of that. Zamarian, you said what? Zamariana. Love you, Grandma. Have a good night. Okay, you too, baby. Get some rest. Yeah, I'm up in here at the Donut Factory, so I'll be here till 7 in the morning Eastern time. And all of that. Plus, I'm working by myself, so y'all not going to hear a lot of the stuff over the radio. You may hear all the little funny little beats and stuff, but I don't have anybody talking to me on the radio unless we have a problem, and I got to go take care of it myself. So otherwise than that, the police chief, I'm sitting up here reading all this stuff. Chicago's all upset and carrying on, and they call this a whitewash of justice and things. And for that to come from the police department, that's very that way. And I find that to be fucking hypocritical, to tell you the absolute honest truth about how I feel. How fucking dare you sit up there and call this to be a hypocritical move when y'all asses haven't even been solving in your own fucking cases? What is it? I see, here is where this is becoming that way for me. Rusty done came up in here. Rusty, what's going on, baby? Did you get my message? Here's what I'm finding most disturbing. Because it seems as though they took this very personally. Okay? This is what lets me to believe that something about this is much bigger than Jussie, and Jussie is being used as the fall guy. How is it that the mayor and the Chicago police chief, y'all pissed at the prosecution because they dropped the charges or whatever? So apparently somewhere they dropped those charges because somewhere up in there the charges wasn't gonna stick. I heard somewhere they were saying that they figured that it was gonna be too much money on the taxpayers, okay, because this was something about him setting up stuff and getting beat up on his own or whatever. And that's what I am with it. What the hell are we mad about? If he staged his own ass whooping and didn't go down the way it was supposed to. Okay, so what exactly are we mad about? Are we mad that, because we can't lump this into an OJ situation like he got off with murder or whatever. The way how folks were upset about OJ and how OJ beat the charges or whatever. This ain't one of those kind of cases. So what is it that has folks completely upset about it? You see? Somebody talk to me, honey. Talk to me. Let me know what's going on, honey. Okay? I need to know. Okay? So, yes, let's see who else. Gary has come up in here. Keith has come up in here. He said, hey, Dad. Hey, baby. What's going on with you? Jacqueline is up in here. Super fantastic night. Aha! Yes, it is. How are you, my darlings? Okay, so let me switch gears, because we could talk about this, and I'm going to start repeating myself about this Jussie thing. But for those of you who are upset and carrying on, let's get down into it. Talk to me, and y'all drop y'all comments down up in here, and let's talk about it, because this ain't no shades. I started stuttering. Say what you mean and mean what you say, darling, because see, I want to hear. Maybe I'm missing something. Okay, maybe I'm a little too that way. Maybe because I'm pro Jussie. that I could be a little jaded in my opinion and may want to shut the world down. So give me your thought processes and help me to see this from and help me to see this from another perspective. Okay? Wait a minute. Good night means I got a man in my bed. You know what, little heifer? What the hell you know you did that the wrong way, bitch. You wasn't supposed to sit up here and click in and start talking, ho. If you got a man in the bed, bitch, you supposed to sit down and either listen or take care of your business and talk to me later, kitty girl. Girl, I got to go. Okay. Jackie, you say he lied to the masses. Okay, so what? So what are we mad about? Okay, if they drop the charges because they feel as though the charges were not going to be whatever to hold this over to court. Okay, what are the folks mad about? Okay, he said it was racial and had folks thinking it was a gay badge. Okay, what are we mad about still? Okay. So he said all of those things. So what are we mad about? If they drop the charges, they drop the charges. So now what are we mad about? Straight folks are mad about what? If he said if this was a gay badge, what are straight folks mad about? Okay? If y'all are the current administrative supporters, and he sat up there and said they shouted this is MAGA country. Okay, and you're saying that you are in support of the current administration. Okay, so you're mad about that. Okay, fine. So now what else are we mad about that they dropped the charges? This ain't no murder. This ain't something like he beat somebody's ass or whatever. He sat up there and supposedly staged his own ass whooping. So what are we mad about? Okay, let me see. Andy, you laughed at me. Okay. Rusty, you say, well, abso-fucking-lutely, Meach. They dropped the charges. The prosecuting attorney recused herself. Pro Jussie, honey. Okay, right. And see, here's the thing, because they put a Michelle Obama spin on it. And I'm like, what the hell are we talking about with Michelle Obama? Well, I just read that someone who was the former first lady's, she was the one on the staff, one of her press secretarial on the staff of hers. She knew the prosecutor. And so she placed a call or text or tweet or whatever to the prosecutor and was like, listen, the family's upset about this. They're not handling this right and this, that, and the other, blah, 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 blah. And honey, we need to look into this and blah, 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 blah. Okay? Friend to friend. Okay, girl, look into this because something ain't right. So now, as this went on and this went on, the Chicago Police Department got upset about it because they felt that she overstepped her boundaries and this, that, and the other. Then it got a little messy and muddy. Then, of course, they said when it came out that, okay, this is appearing that he lied and blah, 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 that's what she took. She came back off of it. So she recused herself because now it became a conflict of interest. All right, fine. So what are we still mad about? Because are we mad that the prosecutor decided to drop the charges? What is the issue that everybody is so upset about that they really want to see this boy go to jail or whatever? What is it? Now, they still got the federal investigation going on because they want to say that this mail thing about the letter and all that, they see that as a federal crime. So they still got that, they're still investigating that. And I'm like, okay, very interesting. And here's something that's very interesting too. They ain't said nothing else about these damn brothers because remember they found, when they went into the boys' home, they had supposedly found the magazine clippings and carrying on where they was cutting out the letters and all that, assuming or saying or presuming that the boys were responsible for sending the letters too. So we ain't heard nothing else about these brothers. Okay? So now how come the outrage ain't there too? Because if Jussie got off and they ain't said nothing about these boys, and as far as I'm concerned, if it's the hoax, then all of them are involved in it, right? So how come ain't nobody on that? Okay? Let me go back to the comments. Anthony said, oh, he's sleeping now. Girl, bad. Lewis, you say what? He beat the charge. Yes, it's fucked up, but it could have been for something more dangerous. Okay, that's true. Okay. Jackie said, but I knew from the beginning when it first came out, I figured it was a date gone wrong, but he had sex with one or both brothers. Okay, you know what? Wait, go ahead and wait a minute. She said, I'm not mad. I knew it was a lie. Okay, well, no. Knowing it was a lie, and everybody want to sit down there because there's a lot of folks that jumped on that bandwagon that, okay, this was a date gone bad and carrying on. Fine. Okay? I can't fuck with y'all with that if that's what y'all believe. Here's the question that I keep asking. Because when Jussie said he went home, he was at his house with someone else who was supposedly, he went to Subway to go get him a sandwich and the dude a salad. Where is the conversation from that person? Because remember, they did not know these boys until now. They said that when they finally got into his phone, that they found that he had conversations with the brothers an hour before the attack and an hour after the attack. Okay? Now, if you had conversation with them, then somewhere along the line, honey, those conversations are recorded somewhere, because don't think that just because you could erase the number or whatever, that somebody is somewhere it's not recorded. Big Brother is always watching and carrying on. They can pull that shit up, and they can pull up text messages. So, honey, somewhere up in here, there's some pieces to this missing, because, mind you, they decided to seal the records. So what's going on? What's going on? Because if they were so confident about him being able to go to jail, because on all 16 of those counts, which I need to see I need to see exactly what the counts were. But if they were so gung-ho that they could convict him on all 16 of those accounts, then what the fuck did they seal the records for? Okay. Lewis, you said, I would do both brothers. You know, Quadras is kept, I would too. Keith, you say people want to be mad just to be in somebody else's business. I'll give you that. On another note, it's that 666 stuff. Okay, what, the Illuminati? You want to play the Illuminati and carrying on? Well, okay. All right, I'm gonna let you have that one, because I don't believe in the Illuminati the way that they're trying to say that it exists and carrying on. I just don't believe in it that way. Because if that's the case, then we need to look at the fraternities and the sororities, all of y'all who are deltas and omegas and this, that, and the other, because a lot of y'all hand symbols that y'all use and carrying on, there's some folks who believe that y'all hand signals are part of this Illuminati, devil worship shit and all that kind of shit too. So that's the come out. I don't believe it the way that it's said, but okay. So a lot of people do. So all right. Keith, you say, why does it have to be sex involved because a gay man is involved? That's a very good question. That's a very good question. But let's just say it was a man involved, period. Okay. A man involved. And usually when it comes to nocturnal things of that nature, folks can't believe he out at 2 o'clock in the morning. I done had the million of arguments about, what is he, there ain't no Subway open. Bitch, you don't live in Chicago. Then they done showed you that he was at the fucking Subway and carrying on in little clips and shit. So if he is at the Subway inside the damn Subway shop, why in the hell would it not be open? Did he break in there just to say he was in the fucking Subway? It did not make sense. But because Subway is not a place that you would go to at 2 o'clock in the morning when you hungry, y'all would go to a fucking Waffle House or an IHOP. He decided to go to Subway, but nobody wanted to believe that fucking story. And again, the court of public opinion has sat up there and put all these speculations out there like that, you see. So Okay. I'm still under the fact that this is bigger than him. Somebody somewhere wants him to take the fall for something. And whatever that is, that's what I want to come out. Somebody, somewhere. You hear? Jackie, you said yes, they're all included, the fraternities, sororities, and etc. Oh, okay. So, well, all right. I still don't believe in it the way that they're trying to say that it is. I believe that there's a good and bad to everything. Because, when you get into these little secret societies where you got to have the secret handshake and the code word and the password in order to be friends or whatever, that shit there can become a little that way. And you want to brand yourself and burn yourself up and carrying on and do all these dastardly things to be a part of it, honey. Okay, it sounds fun when you was a kid and all that, but that's just not my bag. Okay. Okay. Try the, what is this? Gematria effect. It's interesting. Okay, I'm going to have to look to see what that is, honey. Now, let's go on to something else because I'll put in the comments what y'all mad at. We got Jussie and we got this goddamn Burrell. Now, babies. Can we talk about this fucking Burrell for just a minute, honey? And let me go on the record and I'm going to say this. Okay? Burrell is a lovely singer. And when I feel she's in her right mind, I'm saying that when I feel she's in her right mind, when she speaks or whatever, she could be a very dynamic speaker, very eloquent, very inspirational. Okay? But as we all know, a couple years ago or whatever, this heifer went on this rant. And it wasn't so much that it was the gay rant or whatever, But it was, but then again, maybe I am going to say that because went down here, want to say, thus said the Lord, about this whole the gay thing, and if you are a perversion, if you are a man who wishes to put another man's penis in your face, okay, and carrying on, y'all know what she went on and things of that nature. And, the gay community turned their back on her. Now, mind you, she wanted to sit down there and get real, tell myself, oh, well, when the gay children said, well, bitch, we don't want buying your record, she wanted to say, well, hell, I have not I haven't made 1 million record sales or whatever, blah, 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 so y'all can't be doing all that much. And we were like, bitch, wait a minute, we the ones who kept you on the map. Because when the bitches didn't know about you, honey, it was the gay children that did it. And then, let's talk about you being together, bitch, because it was all gay children. Her entire staff was queens, child. That sat down there, that kept her hair, her makeup, her clothing, her vocal coaching and carrying on. All of that was queens. Were queens. Okay. And got her together. And so she made this little comment and carrying on, saying that she was coming from the Lord and all of that. All right, cutesy cutesy. Okay? Well, now, in her effort of being Burrell, and, we don't hear much about her. We don't hear much about her getting gigs and carrying on, but she got to be getting somewhere because, she's still out there. She's still making YouTube videos and carrying on someplace singing and all that. Well, just recently, she was on here. Let me see if I can pull this up. I should have had this ready. Okay. Let me have this, and let me see if this is going to come up. Okay. And we're going to see what's up. Not that one. That's Miss Patty. Hold on. Well, you gonna stop or what? I said stop and pause. Don't you love computers when they don't do what you say do? It's going to just keep on doing what the hell it's going to do. Okay. Burrell. Shades Fantasia. Did y'all hear that? Huh? Well, hold on, because I'm finna get ready to play it. Listen.
You got this. You are anointed. You are chosen of the Lord. The hand of the Lord is upon your life. You're such a warrior. I was watching her sing tonight. I was just shaking my head. They're going to make a movie about Aretha. If they know what real singing is, they'll call you. Okay. If they want to do Aretha any kind of justice. I like Fantasia, but she ain't no Leandra.
She's not. She's not. She's not. She's not.
I don't like to tell the truth.
She's not, Auntie.
Nowhere in the world. Lord.
Did y'all catch that? Did y'all catch it? She talking about Leandria Johnson. Now y'all know Leandria was just recently on Iyanla Fix My Life, okay? And if you did not see the episodes, I'm going to encourage you to go and check those episodes out because it's very, 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 very heartbreaking and telling and very, 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 very educational and things, honey, because Iyanla got her together. Overall, at the end, and Karen and I will divulge this, that she went into rehab. She did the first 30 days, and she requested to stay another 30 days on her own. Okay? So that there is good because, see, a lot of folks up there feel like, oh, well, she just did that for television and things. Of course you're going to go because this is TV. But she went for the first 30 days, and Iyanla tweeted and said since the taping she completed, and she asked to stay for another 30. So we see that this here, she's taking control of her life and really want to really get into the trenches of understanding how to deal with her pain, her anguish, her hurts, and not let it be found at the bottom of a bottle, okay? So apparently, Miss Kim is sitting up there talking about that, you know, oh, we praying for, you know, this, that, and the third. Mm-hmm. But then she goes, shade Miss Fantasia. And talking about what if they want to do a movie about Aretha and want to do Aretha some justice, honey, and want some good singing, then they need to call her. She say, now I like Fantasia. But okay, my signal went out for half a second. No, she ain't auntie. Auntie. No, auntie. Okay, but here's my thing on this, because I believe that this was kind of personal. Now, I've read, you know, some people are saying, well, you know, don't be upset because she was just speaking an opinion and, you know, this, that, and the other, and blah, blah, blah. And that's fine, you know, that's fine. The problem that I have with that is that she chose that particular platform to do it. Because now you're on something talking about, let's tell the truth. Okay, why would you shade these singers like this? See, here we are. Part of the problem that we have with the church is that kind of backbiting and shit. You are at a church event, bitch, and you want to sit down here, just got through praying and lifting someone up, and now you finna go to backbite in the name of trying to give her her praises about her singing. There could have been a way she could have done that without being so malicious. And y'all may say that wasn't malicious. I'm going to challenge you and say that it is, because she planted a seed. She planted a seed that sat down there and got those kids together. Because as you heard Miss Cosigner in the damn video, that's my auntie, our auntie. Okay. It causes a division. Now, Fantasia and Leandra have been on singing programs together. And stuff like that. You know, I believe that they're sisters. I want to say that they're sisters and carrying on. You know, they adore one another's talent from what I'm understanding. So why would you sit down there and put that battle in there like that? Because she could have said that, you know, and probably said the same things without, oh, did I just say that like that? Without, that just sounded so nasally. Without casting doubt and all that on Fantasia. Now, here's the real read. She said Fantasia, but Fantasia is not the one that's going to do the movie. Jennifer Hudson is the one scheduled to do the movie because that's who Aretha picked. Aretha picked Jennifer. So why would you sit up there and pick Fantasia and want to talk about Fantasia the way that you did? See, this here is just the malice of all of that. This is where I have an issue. Because you creating something out of nothing. Now, you could have just been bullshitting and talking and carrying on like we all do. And I'm guilty of it my damn self. So when I'm called out on it, somebody call me out on it. Yeah, sometimes I don't feel as though that when folks call me out on it, you know, it's in the best light or whatever. I can be ornery when somebody try to call me out or whatever. And then when I sit down and think about it, you know, I have to take my medicine. Then I have to sit down there and look at it. Okay, you know what? Damn. Okay, you may be right. You know, and I'm one who is willing to do that. However, she sat down here and planted a seed that now is going to have folks in there want, we do all those stupid ass little battles that we do. Now you may have your favorite singers or whatever, and you may not want them to battle and this, that, and the other, but they've been doing that for years. They've been battling folks. They have been battling Patty and Aretha forever. And I have a clip just before Aretha passed. And I say it like that because it was relatively new, where Aretha says, "Oh, honey, me and Patty are cool. We always have been." And that came from Aretha's mouth. Now, when she was at the White House, we could also, she did shake the fuck out of Patty, okay, by not wanting to shake her hand or whatever, but for whatever reasons. But honey, like my big TT Dionne Warwick said on the radio show, and she said in an interview, I think it was on Larry King or somewhere, she said, honey, Aretha was a piece of work, okay. And she said, honey, she had her days. And so when she was in there, we just said, okay, that's just Aretha being Aretha. Okay. And carrying on. And we left it like that. So, hell, that's just what it was. But why would we sit down here and do this on the church stage? And you would sit down here and battle these women like that. See, that was unfair. That was uncalled for. And I don't like it. And I think it's just her being tawdry and being messy. Okay? Just being fucking messy. What are your thoughts about it, honey? Y'all heard it here. If you didn't hear it clearly, go look it up. Just put in Kim Burrell talks about Fantasia or Shades Fantasia up on YouTube. And it's a 37-second clip. I wish they had the whole fucking thing because I want to hear what came after that. Okay? So that I could get the full perspective on it. But no, you did that, girl. You did that, and that's not cool, Kim. That ain't cool, girl. It ain't in love, and it certainly wasn't a Christian thing to do, child. How you gonna sit down here and want to say who got a better anointing on singing? Oh, well, if you want to talk about some real singing, if they're gonna do Aretha justice. And she could have did all of that without naming names or whatever, honey. Because like we always do, child, you want to hear somebody sing, child. You ain't heard nobody till you heard Leandria. This bitch is rough, honey. Leandria will shut the place down. See, she could have did the same thing without trying to pull nobody under the rug or whatever, especially if you were trying to give her praises and encourage her along her path to recovery and to rehabilitation so that she could come on the other side of this and have an even stronger testimony in her music and all of that. Honey, this here is just black girl messy. Okay, this is black girl messy. Okay. And I'm very disappointed in all that. What y'all say in the comments, honey? Let me see. Oh, Lord Jesus, honey. Let me go back up here. Keith G said, don't forget about the Masons and the Eastern Stars. All right now. Jackie, you said, of course, there's always duality, but most of these people who we see every day are telling us who they are. You're right about that. Okay, you're right. But the part of that is that we have to make sure that we believe it. A lot of us don't want to believe it and carry on. We sit up there and go through all these particular notions and stuff, and we want to see stuff through rose-colored glasses, and instead of looking at the reality of what it is, we get caught up in the fantasy of what we want it to be. See, and yeah, I can give you that. They do that. Okay, Kiki says she aight. Talking about Kim Burrell. Ralph done came up in here. You said you kept her snatched. Yeah, the children did keep her snatched. Okay, Steve was up in here. Steve, you say it's malicious. It is malicious. Burrell is a fraudulent Christian. Okay. Interesting. Adonis is up in here. Ricky done came up in here. And Keith, you said Kim Burrell was being messy. All day messy. Well, darlings, that there was going to be the little commentaries for today. I'm not happy with all of this, child. We need to sit down here and we find out Kim's email and her Twitters and stuff, because I want to blow her up. And then I want to do it in love. I want to say, bitch, no. You can't sit down here and use that kind of platform like that. Well, I'm not gonna say you can't. I'm gonna say, honey, you chose to do that way, and then and now you see why the children are treating you the way that they treat you. Okay, because you keep say I'm gonna put her up there in that Monique category. See, because she's right up there with Monique and Janet Hubert. You know, the original Aunt Viv. Y'all know I put them on a special little thing, honey, because they shit starters. Okay. Wait a minute, I was dropping my phone. They shit starters. Okay, and in that, it really has no place. It has no place. Okay, especially if you sit up there saying that you're in the body of Christ or whatever, and girl, all of that was an oxymoron. All of it. So, be that as it may. So until we can find out what the folks mad at about Jussie, you know, we'll see what the folks mad at about Kim, you know, and this, that, and the other. It's just that way. So people, the question becomes, when are we gonna learn how to do better? Or is the bigger question is, do we want to do better? Do we want to do better? Do we want to see ourselves in a way yesterday? It was supposed to take our past and learn from our past. Okay, correct the mistakes in our present so that our future can be set free and our future can be determined and our future can be bright. You know. Okay, I lost my signal for the second time, so that must mean I'm talking too much. If you had your crumpets, honey, finish all of your crumpets because the tea has been dished, honey. You had donuts right here at the Donut Factory, Chronicles and Commentaries with Big Meach. Honey, until we meet again, honey, do know that if you love me, tell a friend. If you hate me, honey, tell an enemy. But do know this, one way, shape, style, form, or fashion, everything that I do will move forward. Keith, you say what on the last comment? Why can't blacks support blacks and be real? Oh, ain't that the $54,000 question for all the cash and the prizes? On that note, honey, again, go to my website, dishingtea.com. Get your copy of my latest book, Revelations, Affirmations, and Confirmations. Also, go and order a sample packet of my scents. Sensuality is the name of it. We have 15 different fragrances that I've created, some oils. I do have a sample package. The large is 15, the small is 5. The small package is all of my the popular sellings. The large pack gives you all I have in the inventory. You get a little sample bottle, little cute little sample bottles of all of them, and then you get to place your order that way. Okay, but right now, dishingtea.com for more information and all of that. So, having said all that, my darlings, let's go and fight crime and make the world a better place, honey. Reach out and touch. Someone saying I was about to sing that, but I don't know if it's gonna come out right. I'll talk with y'all another time. Ciao.